You said 10.
Yeah. So now they have revised it, and they say, okay, you can just produce the 5 metric ton POF and move forward.
Okay.
So
And how is that?
So now I have engaged that one of the basically a broker from Canada, who actually bought the deal to me. So I told him that we have 2 options of doing this. Okay, one is that we get the bridge finance, and the bridge financiers are there, and we have to share our commission with them. Okay, that's one option. And the other option is that we keep the commission that 0.5% with us by simply selling the blockchain gold. Everybody needs it in North America. It's $1 trillion available in USA basically, and Canada has some COVID-19 budget also. So we are enhancing the petroleum budget. We are enhancing the the SME budget, etc., by 10%. So I think selling of the blockchain gold is the easiest thing to do, and it is easier for you to do because you know that 10,000 metric ton gold exists in Mitsubishi warehouse. Right? It's our gold. We are selling it. Okay. And we sell it, the money comes into our account, and we show the proof of fund, close the deal, and that's it. And the gold remains in Mitsubishi warehouse because we don't need to move it, because we are selling blockchain gold. Right? So they like the idea, they say like, this is very innovative, without moving the gold, we are selling the gold. And the buyer is happy because he doesn't have to pay bricks charges, and he doesn't have to pay storage charges, right? So he's happy. And Mitsubishi is a reliable company. Okay, so if it is stored in a Mitsubishi warehouse, people will have a lot of confidence.
Okay. Right, but I mean, so what is the situation now, Fadal? I mean, it's going to, how are you going to articulate?
We are already doing it. So, I mean, we are selling it, and the contracts are getting finalized. That lady from Canada is going to be coming this weekend. And, so things are moving forward. And there are a lot of buyers. I've already given them the SPA in Dubai. So they are looking into it. And so basically, the process has been ironed out. Everybody understands what the blockchain gold is. Okay, how the system works, and they like it, they love it. Says, okay, fine, sign the contract, gold is there. And if you physically need the gold, if you are dumb enough to pay the transportation cost and store the gold in your country or in your facility, you are most welcome. You have to pay the cost of shipping, and we can ship it to you. There is no problem in doing it, right? So that's a process basically, which we have highlighted. We are selling the gold. Blockchain gold is also FOB Tokyo, same process, okay? And ownership will be transferred. But if you wish to ship the gold to Dubai or to whatever destination, you have to pay the shipment cost and the taxes, etc., whatever. Okay, export taxes, import taxes, shipment, all those things will be on the buyer's account who wants to ship. But if they want to keep the gold, in our secure warehouse, there is no cost. Ownership is there. They can sell the gold to anybody they want to, and we will simply transfer the ownership from one person to the other. That's it. So I think the process has been very clear. People are understanding the benefit of the process. Okay. And I simply told them, yesterday I had a nice meeting. Okay. with one other gentleman. You know, our friend from Spain, you remember Tito?
Tito, yeah, he was in one of, you mentioned him, or or we were talking to him also.
Right. He's actually also part of the Thailand transaction, which we are doing, right? 2000 metric ton.
Okay.
He bought the Thailand transaction to us. So yesterday we had a, you know, a nice conference call with him, and he was asking the same thing. Fadal, you made the commitment for Friday, you know, what is the status? So I told him that the status is this: people are, you know, very happy with whatever we are offering. And I have to sell 7 billion PGC, okay? Because everyone needs the PGC to buy the climate smart food. So, you know, that's an amount of backup gold I need, right? So 7 billion PGC is needs to be sold. So that means 7 billion euro is the potential amount of money which will be coming to our account. Because everybody has 1 euro, okay? And everybody wants to buy you know, the climate smart food or the climate smart immunity boosting food for COVID-19 cure. And I'm not going to be selling that in rupee, euro, or dollars. They have to buy the PGC. Now they recommended one thing which I liked very much. Okay. The recommendation was, Mufaddal, please don't call your gold Pak gold coin. So I said,
Okay.
he said, please don't call it Pak gold coin, because a lot of the people, you know, who don't like Pakistan and who don't like Muslims, you know, they get offended. Okay. So don't call it, you know, Pak gold coin, call it PGC, but make it people's gold coin. So I said, it's wonderful. I like the idea, you know.
Instead of, initially it was Pakistan gold
I
coin.
call it
Something
Pakistan gold coin, right? Pak gold coin, because we wanted to introduce it in our bank, state bank in Pakistan, bring the money and gold into Pakistan. So he says, Mufaddal, it doesn't matter. It's going to come into the Central Bank of Pakistan. It doesn't matter. But, you know, a lot of the people from India, people from, you know, West, all the people who don't like Pakistan, they get, you know, I mean, they get repelled. Okay, so
alienated, something like that, no?
yeah, you know, so they get repelled somehow with the idea that this is the Islamic idea and stuff like that. So he said, okay, remove the religion, remove all the stuff, since you are helping people, and, you know, everyone is convinced that whatever you are doing is for humanity. Okay, so call it a people's, you know, gold coin, and everybody would love it. So I said, okay, good. I don't have any problems with that. We call it a people's gold coin, you know, because it is for the people. Okay, it is to help all the people out. So that way the terminology PGC remains, but instead of Pak gold coin, now it is a people's gold coin, you know.
Okay.
So
okay.
that was a
Good
very
point. I mean,
that was a very good development. Very good development. Okay?
Yeah.
He said,
Okay.
Mufaddal, if you call it a people's gold coin, it will be easy for me to sell. I said, okay, no problem. Call it people's gold coin, you know. So that's it. It's a neutral, you know, no country is associated with it. No politics is associated with it. And it will be a very, very universally accepted kind of, you know, I mean, they call it simply currency, you know. And all central banks, the nice part of the discussion was this: all central banks will be accepting it because it is 100% gold backed. Nobody would say no to it. They cannot say no to it, because their currencies and everybody else's currency and Bitcoin and everything else which is available in the market today is not 100% gold backed. That was a very good point. The other good point was this, that your blockchain concept actually allows you to sell gold without moving the gold. Right? So So now this guy came up with this idea that, okay, if you have an SKR of say 10,000 metric ton gold lying in Mitsubishi warehouse, I can multiply the amount of money and, you know, do number of things with that SKR. So that is an additional profit. So the gold is there. You see, so that was another, you know, sort of a hidden benefit. It's not moving, it's there, the SKR is there. That SKR can be easily used to buy gold mines, to do number of other projects which we want to do, you know, and people will be happy because, you know, nobody will ask proof of fund from you anymore. Because gold is the biggest proof of, you know, fund anybody can, you know, anybody can think about. Okay, so that was another very, very useful point. And I said, now I think we are ready to move forward, okay, with delighting everybody, SMEs, 7 billion people, moving forward with our climate smart, you know, campuses in Dubai, in Islamabad, Mumbai, you know, one in probably China, Hong Kong, Singapore. Singapore is actually getting better now, and I like that country. And my inventors also like Singapore because now Hong Kong is in trouble, you know. Hong Kong is in
Yeah,
big
Hong
trouble.
Kong is like closed, no?
It is almost
That's
closing, and a lot of the big companies, like TikTok was a Chinese company based in Hong Kong. They decided to move out. Big company, okay? These are the big companies, okay? And most of the other company like Facebook and Google and, you know, all these companies are also thinking about moving out of Hong Kong. So Hong Kong probably will not enjoy that kind of a benefit, you know, which was in the past. Now in the present, everybody is looking at Singapore. Because Singapore, in terms of trading also, because all the ships which used to come through Hong Kong, now they will come through Singapore. And our plan is already there to set up the biofuel refinery in Johor Bahru, you know, which is the twin town, you know, Singapore and Johor Bahru are twin city like Shenzhen and Hong Kong. Okay, so very similar situation. So everybody is now looking at Singapore as a neutral, you know, a place to do business. And it has been, you know, and most of the big company headquarter is in Singapore also. So that is a very good development also. I like Singapore myself, and because it is closer to Malaysia, right? And we were already working on, you know, setting up our biofuel refinery and everything over there. So that is also a very good news for us, you know, that our operation, our headquarter will be based also in Singapore rather than anywhere else, because Singapore is non-political. Singapore is considered to be the best hub for most of the leading companies of the world. Okay, so Singapore is, it looks very promising to me. And obviously, I also like Ireland as another country, small country in Europe, which has got very, very good incentives, you know. And I like Ireland because you know, the cows of Ireland are beautiful. You know, I like the dairy farming and all those things, which is there in Ireland, you know. So Ireland is another, although we are global, you know.
You like the sheeps.
I like the sheep, and I like the, you know, that's my area, you know.
There's a lot of sheep in Australia also. Sheeps.
I know Australia. That's why we are there in Australia, you know. That is the reason I set up the company in Australia. So Australia is good. And I'm talking about all the different continents, you know. In Europe, it is, you know, Ireland is good in Europe. Then in Asia, we are talking about now going to a neutral place like Singapore. Okay. Canada, Toronto. I like Toronto. Okay. Germany, Hamburg, you know. You know, one of my buyers is in Hamburg, so, you know, he's a big buyer of gold also. So, you know, Hamburg is good. And Arubis refinery is a very good refinery in Hamburg. That's why I like Hamburg. You know, it's a very good gold refinery, copper refinery, basically. So
Okay.
we are ready now to really move forward with delighting everyone who is troubled by COVID-19. COVID-19 is getting out of control again, okay, especially in North America. So we need to help everybody out, okay? So that's the idea. And economically as well as health care issues can be resolved with our SAMS blockchain gold and SAMS climate smart food. So that's our business. And, you know, basically our business, as I was discussing with, you know, my v.net, you know, team, that this business will win hearts of the people. Okay, and if you win hearts of the people, the mind will follow.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody will be
Okay,
happy.
so the situation, Mufadalis.
So now tell me what's the update from your side.
What is going to be first? No, I mean, and when is going to happen? No, I mean, those are the questions probably. But anyway.
I've answered all the questions. You know, I mean, the thing is already there. I'm not asking any more any funds from any bridge financier. Okay, I'm not doing it. I've decided not to you know, seek help from anybody. I've decided to just sell the gold I have, you know. So we sell the gold. It's the easiest thing in the world to sell is gold. Okay, gold is gold. I'm selling the gold at discount. Nobody in the world has been able to do that. And, you know, we are in a position to do that because of the, you know, our value chain, basically. Gold coming from Africa, getting processed in the best refineries of the world, Germany, Mitsubishi, okay, Hong Kong metal ore, and then transformed into our
Oh
hallmark
yeah,
bullion.
but I understand that. No, I mean really.
But
I
that's
mean,
it. So what else? What else do you need? I mean, everything is there. Now all the people
no,
who are
yeah, but I mean,
asking, no, all the
you
people,
have
yeah, that's it. The money is
okay,
going to
but
come into our account, like by selling gold. So why are we
no,
worrying
I
about it?
know, no, I mean the thing
So
is,
let's sell
okay, but
gold.
it has to, right, but it has to
I mean,
come,
I'm
no?
not worried
I
about
mean,
anybody. Suppose Mr. Sakata says
no,
no.
I am not
No.
speaking.
I'm simply telling you this, okay? Mr. Sakata comes and says no. The things hasn't, you know, gone through. You know, we need the money to do it. Fine. I mean, we'll have the money if your offer is attractive. We will buy it from you because you know that now that, you know, I'm talking about buying 10,000 metric ton gold from Japan at a much higher discount. So Mr. Sakata's offer is not very attractive for us anymore. 5% net discount. We are not making too much money over there. So I'm not worried about that. Okay. So everybody now, now the message is very simple. Guillermo, message is very simple. Everyone who is interested in working with us should be following our procedure. Okay. Why they will be following our procedure? Because I'm a buyer of gold to serve 7 billion people. 7 billion people are my customers, okay? And they need my services, and they can only get the services when they pay me in people's gold coin, okay? So I am the biggest buyer of gold in the world today, all right? So any seller who wants to sell to me will sell it on my own terms, which is very, very simple terms, ledger to ledger. Ownership transfer, after the payment is received, the gold stays in the secure warehouse. It doesn't move. So there is zero risk for any seller. So I would like now to remove the waste of the middlemen, brokers, mandates, and I would definitely like to have a Zoom meeting directly with the seller, okay, with a translator if the Japanese seller is there who doesn't know how to speak English. Then I would like to talk directly with the seller and we close the deal. It's fast, it's easy, it's zero brainer, okay? So it's very simple. Okay, so we have now arrived after a lot of hard work of going through different procedures and going through different processes. Now we have arrived at a process which is fail-proof, okay, and we have to urgently execute our projects because economic vibrancy is also urgent. People are dying of committing suicide because they don't have the money and the food to eat in the world, and people are also dying of COVID-19. Okay, so both economic vibrancy and health concerns are there, and our company, our group is ready to provide the solution. And in order to provide the solution with agility, we have to remove all the waste from the system. Okay, so that's the process. That's our plan, and we should not be wasting any time in moving forward and executing it. Okay, so what I will do is this. I will share this meeting today, which we have. It's a very positive meeting we had today, and I will share that in our YouTube channel, so everybody knows and everybody gets the message that this is a message of 15 July 2020, and everyone in the world is welcome to join us to enjoy total quality inflation-free life. Okay, let's do that. And then we focus on nothing else but selling to SMEs, selling to big people, selling to small people. And so selling is our target, and sell it in such a way that it's a straightforward kind of transaction. Most of it will be online with our blockchain system up and running. So everything will be in your mobile. You will be able to see how much PGC, how many PGC do I own, and everything will be very, very transparent. Okay, so nobody will have any issues in enjoying total quality life with zero waste. So thanks to you, and thanks to your efforts, sharing your wisdom, and then arriving collectively to this plan which we have. And I told you before, Guillermo, that it's not only one person doing it, but one and one, when they combine, the power of 11 can be utilized. Okay, and people can feel the impact. People are feeling the impact now, okay, when they see these things, okay. And the ideal situation which I've been talking about is this, like Tito and those things, when they saw us operating, okay, they were silent, they were waiting for 300 million to be transferred, and they were just waiting as a spectator, before. But now they got activated when they saw that, okay, if we don't participate and move forward, this train is running at a warp speed, and we will be left behind. So now everybody is very, very interested in participating, and I don't have any doubt, and nobody should have any doubt in moving forward towards a common goal of making sure that everyone enjoys healthy, economically vibrant life. That's a plan. Okay, so let's move forward collectively with the plan, communicate this plan. I think with this meeting, we will be communicating it to everybody. And so everybody is very clear as to what our current status is. And everybody should join hands and enjoy good life.
Okay, Mufadal.
Okay.
Right.
So enjoy the night, and then I think, what time is it in your end in Peru?
It's 12.
It's
12.
almost midnight,
it's,
right? Yeah. Okay.
Next day. Right.
Yeah, it's almost midnight. Time for you to take a little rest, and I think we should be sleeping also well in the night, so we can spend the days properly, and productively.
Sure.
So take some rest. Take some rest, and we will hopefully get a lot of good news. Tomorrow is a blessed day, Friday, and we expect a lot of good news on Friday to move forward with plans.
Okay, Mufadal, have a nice day, okay, today.
Okay. I will spend the day
Okay.
productively. You take a good night's sleep, and then, start your, Friday very, very positively.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay. Take
Thank you.
care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Sure thing.